Like all great video games before, every protagonist needs a great antagonist, and in the Sonic the Hedgehog series, the main antagonist has always been Dr. Gerald Robotnik, and his desires to turn the entire world into his own empire of machinery. And in this video, we're going to be building this Lego set hit for the LEGO Ideas number 39, and unfortunately, it is going to be the last video in this series, but I do hope that you have all enjoyed this series that I've done so far, because in 2 weeks' time we will be returning to LEGO Worlds to carry on with our Nanoblock to LEGO Worlds series, but I do hope that if you have enjoyed this series that I've done on my YouTube channel, I hope that you will leave a like and a subscribe for the channel, so that way in the future we could do more LEGO sets like this, like the Sonic the Hedgehog series. Maybe do a LEGO Mario set or a classic Super Nintendo set. Before I begin, guys, I just want to point out that I am also active on the community tab here on the YouTube channel. I do all sorts of things, from posting pictures to my latest projects, as well as polls which will affect the Twitch and YouTube channel. So please do spend a couple of minutes checking out all my community posts, and of course, enjoy the video. So for this video, we've got not one, but 2 bags to work with. So, well, I know that this is going to be quite a bit long video, but I hope you guys can enjoy what I'm going to do here, and of course get inspired by what I've done. But first of all, I'm going to get started with sorting out all the pieces that I'm going to need from the big bag first. And it looks like I've got 2 other little bags to build as well, to go through as well. So I'm going to get started with organizing all the big pieces from the main bag here. So, where do I begin? I've got quite a lot of black pieces, as you can see on the screen right now. Let me just start off with the left to the go from the left and move on to the right. First of all, I've got these 1x2 bricks with pegs on the side right here. Got about 8 of those. Then I've got a black 4x4 right here. Next up, I have some 2x4 tiles right here. Then I've got a few 1x5 black tiles here. It'd be interesting to see what they're used for. Then I've got one of these little Technic pieces. I believe these are going to be for Robotnik's feet. I'm not 100% sure, but that's the idea. Then I've got a 1x2 circular tile right here with a hole in the middle of it. Then I've got some 2x2 tiles with pegs on the side right here. Next up, I've got a very round circular piece, a 2x2 with a cross hole in the middle. This is what it looks like. Then I've got 2 1x3s with no pegs on them. Then I've also got some mechanical pieces right here. 2 of these. Next up, I have some black 1x2s with tiles with, well, a part of the corner side here trimmed down. One in 2 different shapes. One going northwest and the other going northeast here. Then I've got some 1x2 curved tile roof tiles here. Next up, I've got some 1x4 or reverse slope tile bricks right here. I'm sure that they're going to be used for the foundation of the Egg-o-matic, which is what we're also going to be building in this video. Then I've also got some long circular pipes here with, yeah, I believe these are some holes on the side. I'm not sure what purpose they're going to serve in the build, but I'm sure that I'll be sure to find out soon. Then I've got some 1x3 tiles right here. Next up is some 1x2 tiles with a peg in the middle of each of that. Then some 1x2s with some mechanical grips right here. Then 1x3s with 2 pegs in the middle right here. Then I've got a short, a cross pole with a circular end on one side. I've got some 2 1x2s tiles and 5 1x1 tiles right here. Next up, I've got some very interesting L-shaped or boomerang-shaped bricks right here, tiles right here. Very interested to see what they do. Then I've got some 1x1 tiles with a peg on the side going upwards instead of downwards like we've seen in the previous videos. Then I've also got a 1x2 with pegs on the side going up again. So that's it for all the black pieces. Phew. I'm now going to move on to a different color to show you guys, and we're going to be showing off, well, I'm going to be showing off the red for Dr. Robotnic. Okay, so for all the red pieces that we're going to need for the Dr. Robotnic build, these are what we've got. We've got some 1x1 bricks with holes in the middle. Here we go, this is what we would need. And I've got some 1x2s with circular parts attached to the end right here. Then I've got some red 1x3 tiles, followed by a few red 1x1 tiles. And I've also got some 1x2s with the rips on each one right here. Then I've also got some reverse curved 1x2 tiles right here, reverse sloped tiles right here. And I've also got some sloped 1x2 roof tiles here as well. Next up, I've also got some red 1x1s with circular, well, with some curved, at least curved on the one side of the end right here. Then I've also got a 1x3 with no pegs on it. And then I've also got some 1x2s with a curved slope on each, an edge trimmed down on each side right here. So that's it for the red pieces. I'm now going to show you in a second all the yellow pieces that we're going to need. Okay, so we've got some interesting pieces here for the yellow bricks. Let's start off with this one right here on the left. It's a 1x4 with no pegs on it, but it does have something of a seat effect to it. So I've got 2 of those. Then I've also got some a 1x2 with with a 2x2 on the side right here. So it's interesting to see what will happen with these bricks later on in the video. Then let's go on to the normal ones. I've got a 1x6 yellow tile here, a 4x4, and some 1x4s right here. Then I've got a couple of the 2x2 tiles right here, followed by a 1x3 and a 2x3, and a few yellow 1x1 tiles right here. Then I've also got a little roof tile 1x2 right here, and 4 1x1 roof tiles. Next up, I've got some 1x2s with a peg in the very middle right here, and a 2x2 slope brick right there at the back. So that is it for all the yellow pieces. I'm now going to get to show you guys all of the grey tiles and bricks. Okay, so I've done the organizing for all the grey tiles. I've got a mixture of light grey and a few dark greys as well. So let me do the dark greys first and get them out of the way. I've got a 2x2 brick with gaps between the pegs right here and a cross in the very middle. Then I've also got a 2x4 with 2 pegs only in the very middle of each 2x2. Then I've also got a circular 2x2 tile with a hole in the middle. So I'm not sure what those pieces are going to be used for, but I'm sure that I will find out later on in the build. Next up, I've got, let's do the light greys first. And there's quite a few interesting light grey pieces in this build as well. Let me start off with the more unique ones. I've got some, well, 2x4s right here, but each one is kind of trimmed down like a sort of like a vertical, sort of like a flying V of sorts, like a wing shield or something. If I could just show an example, sort of like this. So that's what those pieces look like. Then I've also got some L's right here. I've also got a 1x4 brick with a curved arch in the middle underneath. I've then got a 1x2 with a circular hole in the very middle. Then I've also got a 2x2 with pegs on the side right here. Next up is a 1x2 with a, it's kind of like the reds and the yellows that I've shown, the reds and the blacks that I've shown earlier. Then I've got some 2x3 tiles here, and some 1x1 tiles as well. Next, I've got some 1x2 tiles with no pegs on each one here. Then I've also got some 2x2s with some edges trimmed down, kind of like what we saw not too long ago. Then I've also got some 1x2s, which is sloped roof bricks right here. Then I've also got some 2x2 tiles slopes here, and some 2x3s sloped as well. Next up, I've also got some 1x4s with no pegs on each one, and some 1x2s with, which I believe, actually some 2x2s with 1x2s right here. This is a very unique brick, I gotta say. I'm not sure what they're going to be for yet, but I'm sure that I will find out soon. Then I've also got a 1x2 with a very special sticker on it. It looks like the control panel for the Egg-o-matic, so it'll be interesting to see what happens later on in the build. But I'm going to put these aside and show you all the white and the see-through pieces for the build. Okay, so these are the white and the see-through pieces that we'll be using in the build. First of all, we've got hands, because Dr. Robotnic needs them in order to operate his Egg-o-matic and to hold on to a Chaos Emerald whenever he steals one. Then I've also got some white 1x1 bricks with pegs all around it, and some 1x1 tiles with the pegs going downwards. Then for the see-through pieces, I've got this really curved piece here, which is going to be for the Egg-o-matic, I believe, and some circular 2x2 bricks, which will be used for the stand to keep the Egg-o-matic afloat. So now that I've shown you guys these bricks, I've only got the dark blue to show you and some fun little details. But first, it's the dark blue. Okay, so there's a reason why these are here instead of all around. It's because if you wouldn't be able to see it on the darker part, so I'm showing it on this side of the screen. So I've got some 1x4 tiles with pegs only in the ends right here. Then I've also got a 1x3 slope right here. Next up, I've got some 2x3 tiles, a 1x3 tile, and a 1x1 brick. And then I've got some little 1x1 rooftop tiles right here. Here for the model. Let me just show you guys. There we go. That's what they look like. And it was a little tricky to separate them from the other pieces, but I did somehow manage to keep my cool and organize all the pieces that we need for the build. So with that over and done with, I've just got the small little details left to show you. Okay, so with all the main and the big, well, the majority of the bricks for the last bag over and done with, and let me show you guys exactly what I'm going to need for the rest of the build. Let's start off with the blues. I've got a 1x2 blue tile with pegs on the side right here. I've even got a 1x2 tile here, and I've also along it in the color is a blue pole right here, and also in the blue is the cross and the circular supports right here. Next up, in green, I've got a 1x2 with the pegs going upwards right here. And I've also got pink curved, quarter sun 1x1 tiles right here. I believe those are going to be for the nose. And I've even got a cream 2x2 circular tile with a cross in the middle. And one with Dr. Robotnic's head, the top side of his head on. And we've also got, turn this around, some see-through pieces as well. So, I've got some circular 1x1 reds with no pegs on them. Also, some light blue 1x1s. Bring that out. I've also got a cylinder orange 1x1 piece here. And some flames here also. And this one is a yellow 2x2 circular bottom right here. I'm sure this is going to be used for the Egg-o-matic at the end of the build. And I've also, set this flames. I've also got some round pieces here. I've got some 1x1 roofed slope tiles here. Some 1x1 circular tiles here as well. And some 1x2 circular rounded ends tiles as well. I believe those are going to be used for the mustache. And I've also got some Chaos Emeralds. I've got the yellows. I've also got the see-through ones as well, which we are going to be putting on at the end of the video. But we're not at the end yet. We're just getting started, and we're going to get to work on the Egg-o-matic, and I'm going to work my way up to step 3 of the build. Okay, so I'm in the middle of doing step 2, and I thought I'd show you guys a little update on what I've done so far. So, to begin, we are doing the Egg-o-matic part of the build. I've begun with a black tile 2x4 right here at the bottom, and then for step 2, it is the 1x4s with the curved up, reverse curved slope right here. And you've got to put 8 of these on top of the 2x4, like this. There we go. And then for step 3, it's just applying this yellow 4x4 on top so that everything is supported. And with that step over and done with, which it does look pretty good right now, I'm now going to get to work on step 4 and work my way over to step 6. I've done up to step 6 of the build and is coming up together nicely. So I began with the dark grey 2x4 with only 2 pegs. It's in the middle right here of the very center of the yellow 4x4 that we placed earlier in step 3. Then on top of that, right next to it, is 2 black 2x4s on top of the curved 1x4s that we put on step 2. Then, to step 5, I began with the yellow tile 1x4 right here in the middle. And then right here on the very center of each of the black 2x4s is a yellow 1x2 with a peg in the middle. As you can probably tell by that brick here and tile here in a minute. I'll explain shortly. Then is a grey 1x2 with a circular hole in the middle, right here at the back. Then for step 6, I've got 2 black 1x2 tiles on top of each other right here. And then a yellow 1x6 to connect everything together. So that is it for steps 4, 5, and 6. It is now time for me to get to work on step 7 and step 8 of the build. So I've done step 7 and step 8, and let me show you guys the end result. First of all, step 7, it is the 2 yellow 1x4 tiles with the ones that look like seats on them. They are on both sides of the Egg-o-matic right here. I'm sure I will find out what the purpose is for this later on in the video. But I've also applied 4 1x2 bricks with pegs on the sides. One here, one here, one here, and one here. That is step 7. Step 8, I've placed a yellow 1x4 right in the middle of the 1x6. and then on both ends is 2 gray 1x2 tiles with no pegs on each one on both ends of the 1x4. Then I applied a 1x2, the black 1x2 with the pegs going up, on the side going up, right here. So that's it for step 8. Step 9, I thought I'd show you guys what I have to do on camera. So it's these 2 black 2x2s with the pegs on the side, and all I have to do is place them on the back right here, and that's it. That's step 9. It's over and done with. So with that step 9 complete, I'm now going to do step 10 and work my way up to step 12. So I've completed step 10 and I've nearly done steps 11 and 12. I thought I'd show you guys what I had to do for steps 11 and 12. But first of all, for step 10, it is a yellow 2x2 tile right here to connect everything together and make sure that it's nice and level. And the green 1x2 tile with the pegs on the side going upwards again. So that's all linked together. Then for step 11, it is... You gotta do this twice, but with different curve slope tiles at the end. A white 1x1 tile with a peg on the side, with 1 grey 1x1 tile on the side of that, right here, as you can see. Then a grey 1x2 slope with the side trimmed off, and you place it on top like this, and then you put it on the side like so. And then you grab the grey L and you place it on top like that. Nice and easy. And the Egg-o-matic is coming together quite nicely, I should say. But there are still more things to do, and I'm going to get to work on steps 13, 14, and 15. I've done the pre-assembly portions for steps 14 and 15, but I've yet to complete step 13 because I wanted to show you guys what you had to do. So first of all, for step 13, you need 4 clear see-through 1x1 tiles, circular tiles like this, and then you put one on top of the other, and then you place it on both sides where the green tile from earlier is located. Then, for step 14, you grabbed, I had to grab a blue 1x2 tile, and place a black 1x2 on top of it like so, and then a light blue 1x2 with 2 pegs on the side, so that it's looks like this, and then you place it over the green, like so. Then for step 15, which is kind of like the console, I believe, for the Egg-o-matic, or part of it, is a 2x2 tile with 2 pegs on the side, and then I grabbed a 1x2 tile with no pegs on top like this, and then 2 circular 1x1 see-through red tiles on top like so. And then for that, you just place it on here, and it's all connected. Easy. So step 15 is over and done with, and now I can move on from step 16 and work my way up to step 18 of the build. I'm nearly done with step 18. I just thought I'd show you guys exactly what I did for 17 and 16. First of all, step 16, it is the dark blue 1x3 slope right here, followed by the 1x1 brick right here to help connect everything. Then right here for step 17 is the 1x2 tile with the 2x2 on the side, like here, right here. Then a 1x2 yellow with a peg in the middle. Then for step 18, it is a dark blue 1x3 over everything else, and then a yellow 1x2 with a peg in the middle. And that's everything for up to step 18, and now I'm going to get to work leading up to step 21. Okay, so step 21 is over and done with, and it's looking very mechanical in my opinion. So I began with step 19 is the 1x4 dark blue tile here with the pegs only on the ends right here. Then for step 20 is 4 more black 1x2 bricks with pegs on the sides, one here and here, again one here and here. And for step 21, and I had to go about this a bit logical instead of just placing the bricks onto the model. So I began with the grey 1x1 tiles here and here to help make sure that I've got good. They're kind of like the foundation bricks for this step, which is easy because that way I can place the yellow 1x2 with the peg in the middle on like so. So it should look like this instead of looking a little bit wonky. If you want to make sure that it's nice and stable, go with the grey tiles first before applying this brick tile right here, so that everything is aligned correctly, and so that it doesn't look awkward. So with that over and done with, I'm now going to work my way up to step 24 of the build this time. The model is looking a little bit better now, and I'll show you exactly what I've done. Step 22, I began with the other dark blue 1x4 with the 2 pegs only on both ends of the tile. Then I grabbed the 2 dark blue 1x1 rooftop tiles right here and here, so that's all linked together. Then for step 23, it is those weird black L's, which kind of look like a sort of form a octagon of sorts, depending on how you look at it. So those are the tiles, pegless tiles that I've put on here. Then for step 24, it is the grey 1x4 brick with the circular arch underneath right here. Now this would be the part where I would say I'm going to move on, get to work on step 25 and 26, but that's not going to be the case. Instead, I'm going to show you step 25 and 26 both at the same time on video. So for step 25, I just need the black circular 2x2 tile with the hole in the middle. Then I place it on like so. And then for step 26, it is the grey circular 2x2 and the see-through yellow 2x2 with the curved underside. So I place this underneath the grey, like so, and then I insert it like this. And that's it for step 26. We're nearly done with the main chassis of the Egg-o-matic. I'm just going to get to work on step 27 and 28, and then I'll show you how step 29 is built. Step 27 and 28 of the model build is over and done with. And let's start off with step 27. It's basically this 1x2 slope, which has the control, the engine stats of the Egg-o-matic right here. Then, and it's over the little red circular 1x1 tiles here. So this is definitely the front of the Egg-o-matic. Then for step 28, it is the sloped yellow 2x2 piece right here at the back, with the yellow 1x2 edged roof tile here on top of it. And it's attached to the yellow 2x2 on the back, like so. And now for step 29, and we are going to be doing an on-screen assembly. So we begin with this, cross pole with a circular end, and then this rather unique circular piece right here. So I insert it like this. So it should look like this. And then I grab the cylinder orange 1x1 brick here, place it on the end like so, and then grab a flame and attach it to the end. There we go. And then I can put it on like so. And now the Egg-o-matic can move while hovering. So we're done with the main chassis for the time being. We're going to put it to the side so I can get to work on one of the side parts of the chassis of the Egg-o-matic with steps 30 to 32. Okay, so we are done with step 32, and it's really easy. For step 30, it's the black 1x5, and then on top of it for step 31, it's the grey 2x3 right here in the middle of the black 1x5. Then for step 32, it is a yellow 2x2 here on the left-hand side of the build, followed by a dark blue 2x3 right here on the right hand side. So it's a good solid foundation for the model, and now I'm going to get to work up to step 36 of the build. Okay, so I've now done up to step 36 of the build, and let me start off with step 33. It is two of the circular curved tile 2x3s here and here, and of course it is over the black 1x5, and of course the yellow 2x2 and the dark blue 2x3 as such. Step 35 is the dark blue 2x3 right here, followed by the yellow 2x2, and underneath it for step 36 is the black 1x5. Now I know what you're thinking, Storm, you missed out step 34! Well, yes and no. The yes part is it was deliberate so that I could explain what I had to do. And no, because it is something important. It's more stickers. So we need stickers 4 and 5 here. So I'm going to put sticker number 5 on first. And we place it on this side of the model. Go. And then for sticker number 4, because this is a tricky one, just gotta place this gently over. There we go. So it should look like that now. And of course the arrow should be pointing towards the grey 1x2 with no pegs on it. Once we've got that for step 33. So with that slip up covered, I'm now going to get to work up to step 39 of the build. Okay, I've now done up to step 39 for the model here, and it's really easy. First of all, it is basically two curved 2x2 pieces, tiles, right here, and underneath each one, for step 37, it should be this piece here, this 2x2 with a side piece missing right here, and for step 38, it's the exact opposite, where it's on the right missing. Then for step 39, so that it's all connected on this side, it is a grey 1x4 with no pegs on top of it. So it's nearly done. We've now got to work on step 40 and 41, and then we can, and of course 42, and then we can assemble it onto the main chassis of the Egg-o-matic. Okay, before we do the full assembly up to step 43 of the model, I thought I'd show you guys exactly what I had to do. So first of all, I had to grab, for step 40, the grey 1x2 with the pegs on the side, with a, which looks like a 2x2 on the side right here. So it's basically this brick right here. Then on top is a curved 2x2 brick, which is like a roof tile brick. Then underneath it is the 2x2 with edge slopes on both ends, here and here, on the left and the right hand side. And I place it underneath at the bottom right here, followed by 2 grey 1x1 tiles here at the bottom. So with that, I just attach it on like so. And then for step 41, it's just applying this brick, the curved 1x2 at the bottom of this. And it should look like this, which you can then apply to this side of the machine. And there we go. So now we're going to work on the other side of of the Egg-o-matic, and I'm not going to show you guys exactly what you're going to need for this, because it's basically the same. What I'll do is I'll just show you guys where the differences lie in a second. It shouldn't be that long. Okay, so quick update on the build so far. So I've done up to step 52 of the model. I thought I'd show you guys exactly what the differences are from this part of the Egg-o-matic to this one. So first of all, in step 46, the yellow brick is going to be on the right hand side. The 2x2, the tile here, is going to be on the right hand side, and the dark blue 2x3 is going to be on the left hand side. For step 47, the grey 1x2 with no pegs on top is going to be on the right hand side instead of the left hand side. And of course, as you can see on step 48, the stickers on the other side, so it's completely different. So it is a bit of a mirror build of sorts. So step 49 is the yellow 2x2 tile here on the left, and the dark blue 2x3 on the right. And that's it, really. So I'm now going to carry on with the build. I just thought I'd show you guys step 53 to show that it is a completely different build, and I will see you guys after step 57. Okay, so we have now done the other side of the Egg-o-matic, and it should look like this now after step 57. Nice and symmetrical as we can get. And now I just have one thing left to do for the top side of the Egg-o-matic, which will be step 58, and it is this brick right here, the windscreen, so that it kind of protects Robotnik from any attack. So with that over and done with, I'm now going to again put it to the side so I can work on step 59 to 62. So we are now done up to step 62 of the build, and it is the stand for the Egg-o-matic. So let me begin with step 59. It is the grey 2x2 with the gaps between the pegs here. Here it's, and of course on top of it is a clear see-through circular 2x2 brick. Then for step 60, if you can see right here, and in the very middle, inside, is the black, long square, 6 centimeters, I believe. I don't know, but it is this, according to the instruction booklet, this brick. Sorry, not brick. This cross pole right here, and I went from the bottom, and then pushed it all the way up to the top to make sure that it's level with this part at the bottom of the 2x2 from earlier. Then for step 61, it's just adding the other circular see-through 2x2s. And finally for step 62, to put it's into perspective, not perspective, sorry. To put it all together, it is the black 4x4 right here at the base, followed by the edge, well, the weird L-shaped pieces here, so that it does kind of form sort of an hexagon, an octagon shape. And then you place this in the middle, like so, and then all you gotta do is place underneath the Egg-o-matic. And that is it. The Egg-o-matic is now fully functional, but all it needs is the pilot, Dr. Robotnic, which we will build next. We have now begun the assembly of Dr. Robotnic, and we have built up to step 67. So for step 65, it is two black 1x1 tiles whereas one is on top of the other. So it should look like this. Then for step 66, it is the white 1x1 brick with pegs on the side and holes in the middle, followed by a yellow 1x1 tile on top of it. Then for step 67, it is a brown 1x1 circular tile right here, which is underneath the white 1x1 brick with pegs on the side and holes in the middle. I show you guys exactly what it is, but unfortunately, for some strange reason, this tile is stuck. So I have shown you guys up to step 67. I'm now going to do up to step 69 and then show you what you have to do for step 70 of the build. I've now done up to step 69 of the build, and it is coming along together nicely. We got a nice chassis for the body. Step 68, I began with the red 1x3 right here on the side. It doesn't really matter where you do it, just so long as you use this kind of like a foundation brick for the build going forward. Then on the top here is a black 1x1 tile on the left and the right hand side of the model, so it should look like this. Step 69, it is the black 1x2 tiles with the mechanical joints right here and here. Make sure that it is underneath the black 1x1 tiles, and if you feel like it's not strictly stable, connect straight with each other, just feel free to mingle around with it to make sure that it is connected straight together. Then for step 70, it is two of the same. It is two red 1x2s with the hands on one side of the tiles, and then you place a circular, well, a half circular 1x1 tile on top of the peg of that tile, and then you place them on like so. So that's it for step 70. I'm now going to get to work on step 71, where we're going to be building the feet of Dr. Robotnic. I've now done one of step 71 of the build, and it is one of the legs. So let me begin with what you have to do first. For part 1 of step 71, you grab one of these little bumper pieces here, which is kind of like the feet for Robotnik, and you grab one of these blue cross with a circular part end, and then you place this cross on top like so. Then for part 2, you grab this tube, the one with the hole on one side, and you place it inside like this, and then grab another one of these on like that. And then for step 3, it is this piece here. Then all you have to do is attach it, and the Doctor has feet. And now we're going to get to work on step 72 to 74, so we can work on building the front torso of Robotnik. We've now begun the assembly of the front of Dr. Robotnic's chest, and it all begins in step 72. So I began with 2 black 1x3 tiles on top of each other, like so. And then for step 73, it is the 1x1 black tiles with the pegs on the side, and you have to make sure that these pegs are on the sides of the 1x3s that we've done earlier. And then for step 74, it is a red 1x3 tile with one side of this tile underneath the step 73 and 72 that we've already done earlier in the build. So it should look something like this. It's sort of like a T with a red down angle, a black top and a red tower. So it should look like this. And with that over and done with, I'm now going to get to work on step 75 through to step 77, where we are going to build more of the torso. Okay, so we've done up to step 77, and I know what you're thinking. Storm, you haven't put it all together. Well, I thought I'd show you guys exactly what I had to do first and foremost. For step 75, it is to begin with, it is a yellow 2x3 right here. And then underneath is 2 yellow 1x1 yellow tiles, followed by 2 red 1x1 tiles right here. Then on top of the yellow 2x3, on the back on the top side here is a red 1x3 tile, which is covering it across on the top here. And then for step 77, it is the curved red 1x2s. In the middle is the clean one. Then on the right hand side and the left hand side, you can partially see the yellow pegs underneath from the 2x3. So it should now look like this. And that is step 77 over and done with. For step 78, let me just quickly go and get you the pieces and then work on those as well. Okay, so I've got all the pieces that I'll need for step 78, 79, and 80. And for step 79 and 80, we do have some stickers that we need to apply. But first, let's do step 78. So we begin with the black 2x3 with 2 pegs right here. And then we grab a 1x2 with a peg in the middle. And then we just apply that on like so. And then we grab a curved tile 1x2. And we place it on the middle of the 1x2. Like so. And then we apply it on the model right here. So it should look like this. Now for step 79, we just grab this 1x2 with a part showing, and then we grab sticker number 7 right here, and we place it on top like so, as gently as we can. And then we place it on this side of the model here. And then for step 80, it's the same again, but we use sticker number 6. Again, just gotta be careful. There we go. Then we just apply this on the model here. And that's what step 81 should look like. And no more stickers now. It's over and done with. And now I can carry on with the build by heading on to step 82 and moving on up to 84. Okay, so I've actually done up to step 85 of the build, and it's really kind of like a copycat situation. Step 82 and 83 is basically the same as step 72 and 73. We began with 2 black 1x3 tiles right here and here, and of course some 1x1 pegs with the tiles with a peg on the side each. Then for step 84 and 85, it's basically the same as step 78, 79, and 80, except there's no stickers for step 85. So this is what the model should look like now, and all we have to do is apply it onto the back of the model. Where I just need to apply another red, I believe. Where that's Well, anyway, I've just applied a red 1x3 right here at the back. Though I'm awfully confused by that. And there, a lack of. I'll have to go through those instructions again. Well, anyway, there's a red 1x3 brick is right here at the back, and it's attached to the what we've done with step 82 to 85. So step 86 is over and done with. Step 87 up to 89 is coming up. Okay, so I just realized my mistake, and I actually put the I shouldn't have placed a red 1x3 on this side, which kind of puts off the builds. So I easily remedied it by taking it out and then putting it all back together, and we are now back to where we were with step 86. And now we've moved on to step 87, where we've got 2 black 1x3s on both sides so that it connects, and Dr. Robotnic has his gigantic, his waist. Then for step 88, it is this one right here, 2 red 1x3s. He's with the pegs on them, one on top of the other, and then on top of the structure is another red 1x3, but with no pegs on them. And then at the bottom here is 2 red 1x1 tiles, where they are on both ends of the red 1x3s from earlier. Then I just apply this here, and then for step 89, it is a yellow 1x3 tile right here, followed by on the top 3 yellow 1x3 rooftop tiles right here. And at the bottom, 2 yellow 1x1 tiles, those on both ends of the 1x3 tile. And then I place this with the tile ends facing, going this way, as such. And with that over and done with, I can now work on step 90 and 91, where they are going to be Dr. Robotnic's hands. I've nearly done with step 90. I just thought I'd show you guys what I had to do by using step 91 as the example build. So it each starts off with a circular, with a 1x2 with the pole on the end of one side, and then I grabbed a 1x1 tile, no peg on, with a half circular motion on top, right as such, and then underneath each one, it is a curved 1x2, reversed curved 1x2 tile, and you put it underneath where it is not on the side of the pole, and then a red 1x1 brick with a hole inside, You place it on like so, and then on top, it is the other 1x2 curved tile. There we go. And then for step 90, it is this hand, as such. And then for step 91, it is the left hand. And then we can attach them both onto Dr. Robotnic himself, which will hopefully not take long. Here's first, here's the second. And we're nearly done, because all we gotta do in step 92 is attach a blue pole right here where the white 1x1 brick is. Shouldn't take me that long to get. Step 92 is done, and as you can see, we've got the blue pole right here in the top of Dr. Robotnic's head, and we're nearly done. We can now move on to step 93, where it's the final assembly of Dr. Robotnic. It's his head, really. So we begin with the cream 2x2 circular tile here, and then I apply a brown circular 1x1 tile at the back of the head. Then for step 2, it is a pink curved half circular 1x1 tile, and then we apply it right here in front of the brown 1x1 that we placed earlier. And then for step part 3 is we grab the two circular 1x2s, and then we apply the brown 1x1 tile, rooftop tile on top, one side, and we place them on like so, and then we grab the head, and there we go. The head is assembled, and all we gotta do is attach it to the body. There we go. And Dr. Robotnic is now assembled, and we can put him inside his Egg-o-matic. There we go. Dr. Robotnic is now ready to cause chaos and mayhem for Sonic the Hedgehog, but there is still one final detail that we need to do. We still have the two Chaos Emeralds to add, so we've got the yellow, and we've got the white. And that is it. Sonic the Hedgehog now has all 7 Chaos Emeralds, and he's ready to face off against Dr. Robotnic. And with that, the LEGO Ideas 039 Sonic the Hedgehog set is now complete and ready to be displayed as part of your collection. So a few tips that I want to share with you guys from my experience in building this model. First of all, make sure that you read the instructions thoroughly to make sure that you have a good understanding on how to build each step of the model. Do it bag by bag so that you know that you will not get any pieces mixed up whatsoever during the building process. Organize all the pieces that you can by color and size so that you know what you have and how you can assemble each one. And finally, take your time when you do this. It is not a competition to try and speed build this. Anyway, I hope you found this video very helpful. Thank you very much for everybody who has tuned in for the entire LEGO Ideas build. And I hope to see you again in 2 weeks' time where we are going back to LEGO Worlds. Happy gaming, guys, and I'll see you next time.